Hey. Welcome back to another episode of Mind, Your Body, and Soul. I am Joseph Ward, and as always, you know who riding with me? Mr. Matias, a.k.a. Marquavius Sweet. What's going
Well,
on?
nothing much, tired. We've been in the sun all morning, so we trying to make it work. And it's Friday.
We out here in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we got a lot. We got a fun show today. But before we get into it and before we introduce our guests, just remind y'all that Mind, Your Body, and Soul is an educational podcast that focuses on all things health related. We'll help our listeners learn more about the various health topics and information they may or may not have access to. We seek to inform, empower, uplift, and mobilize our listeners to become the healthiest versions of themselves. And remember, Mind, Your Body, and Soul. Now, this episode today, we're not coming out on Wednesday. It's AIDS Walk week. Dropping this Monday. This is Monday. Happy Monday. Happy
Happy
Monday. We did
Monday.
this episode today so we can promote this AIDS walk that's going down this Thursday, September 16th. We're going to get more into that. And remind y'all that the Mind Your Body and Soul podcast is also found on Anchor, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Google Podcast, whatever your favorite podcast platform is, as well as this YouTube channel, this Neighborhood Medical Center YouTube channel. So subscribe, like, comment, share, because all those things help us get found in the YouTube system and help us beat the algorithm. So make sure y'all help us so we can continue to get this information out to all of our listeners, all of the people within our community, because this is just another means for us to get the information out. All right, got that out the way. So I bet y'all wondering, like, who is that over there next to Matias with that
Mm-hmm.
nice hair and them earrings? Who is that? So all we know is, all me and Matthias know is, we went to an AIDS walk meeting, and then there was this young lady sitting there, and we like, who is this? She got introduced to us. We like, okay, now we see. Now we see. So
Mm-hmm.
bright spirit. She's been very helpful. Go get a spirit, willing to learn, and a joy and the pleasure to be around. So Miss Vanity Sanders, welcome to the podcast.
All right, woo! That's our sound effect.
Yeah, homemade hand
Thanks
clap.
for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you. So, if you don't mind, give our audience some background information about yourself and how you got into this HIV round.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm Vanity Sanders. I work at Big Bang Cares. I'm the community volunteer and events coordinator. And I would say every day is a new day. It's very exciting. So, like you said, we have the AIDS Walk this week. So, I'm really excited just to connect and meet with people that are really passionate about making a difference. And it's been a pleasure also working alongside you all as well. So, it's just so much fun. Um, so a little bit about myself. I mean, I've been in the community development sector for a long time now. This is my 10th year working with nonprofits. So I've been working with nonprofits since I was 18.
Okay.
So I'm really grateful. I'm learning a lot about being in Tallahassee. I've been here since June of 2020. No, I'm sorry, June of 2021. So I've been here for a couple months now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just looking forward to enjoying this podcast with you guys and learning from you all as well. So thank you.
No problem. No problem. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the HIV prevention squad, and you know
Yes,
we
thank
gonna
you.
do what we do, especially this coming Thursday, September 16th at 6:30 at Railroad Square, the Art
Yes.
District, where we having this Tallahassee AIDS Walk, the 31st annual Tallahassee AIDS Walk. But before we
Hey.
get deep into it, I know before we get deep into it, Tiz,
Yeah.
what you been up to?
Working.
Work? What you mean? What kind of work you been doing?
Well, working in the clinic, working up patients and, case management and, doing a little, administrative work and, that whole work life, home balance thing, trying to figure
Trying to
that
get
part
that
out. Yeah.
and taking
What you
that
been doing?
CMOS, taking
No, you can
CMOS.
have that CMOS. I can't say what I normally say about CMOS on the camera. So, but you know where I'm coming from when I say
Hey,
you can have that.
look, look. It's hot outside, and we've been experiencing every bit of the heat. When it's raining outside, we outside. When it's hot outside, we outside. We've been in the streets,
Mm.
but it's been fun serving the community
Mm-hmm.
despite the pandemic. But
We're trying to get back to our new normal, and our new
Yes.
normal is trying to figure out how we can get back to you guys safely, so
Mhm.
we can prevent and make sure. This is a shout out to everybody. If you haven't got your COVID vaccine, I need you to go ahead and get that COVID vaccine lined up. You can contact Neighborhood Medical Center. We can get you that COVID vaccine. Um, please, please, please get vaccinated, get tested. The only way we're gonna know is just like HIV. We got to be able to know our status. It's in a different time. Make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you stay safe, stay separated 6 feet apart. But just make sure, you're doing your part. But your part is getting vaccinated. So you don't have to throw my vaccination spill in
Right.
there.
Right. Right. So, Van, if you don't mind, kind of give our audience some information about Big Ben Cares, especially from your experience, because you haven't been there that long, but you've been able to make an impact thus far. So, just from what you know so far, tell our audience about Big Ben Cares and a bit of your experience.
Okay, okay. So I also have some literature too because I wanted to quote, I wanted to
Oh,
be
okay.
Okay.
professional.
She came
She ready.
prepared. That's
Like,
what I'm talking about.
She ready.
So from what I've learned about Big Ben Cares, the sister organization is CarePoint Wellness Center. So it's two organizations, two brands, but they're all making a difference in the community. So Big Ben Cares is really about programs and services and case management, and we also have education and prevention. So last week we actually worked on the food distribution. So the clients that are with Big Ben Cares, we give out like we made over 320 bags for all of our clients that actually are with Big Ben Cares to give out free food. So it's really amazing being part of the process and just working with the volunteers, recruiting volunteers to really bag the bags and give it out. So this coming week, although we have the AIDS Walk, we're also distributing the food bags to the clients. So it's going to be really exciting doing that. On top of giving out the food bags and everything, Big Big Cares also provides case management to to people that are affected with HIV and AIDS as well. So I think that's really important to have that kind of one-on-one support and to be able to come to a one-stop shop when it comes to getting your treatment and then going across the street to CarePoint Wellness to get everything you need. So I love those kind of things. Also, Big Ben Cares provides, and I know you guys provide it as well. It's free HIV and STD testing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is very important. All you gotta do is make an appointment. But it's really about prevention, like about preventing different things happening. So I think that Big Ben Cares is really about just being a staple in the community and reminding people that there are preventative ways to still enjoy your life, have fun. But definitely take care of yourself and keep yourself a priority when it comes to your health. Um, so yeah, that's like it in a nutshell for me. But at CarePoint Wellness, it also is one point. It's a cornerstone in the community because they provide dental, they provide primary care, they provide. It's a pharmacy actually inside of CarePoint Wellness too. So I think that's really great that there's just a place where people can come and get resources and they don't just throw people away. So once you're affected, it's just like okay, there is support. There are genuine people that want to help you.
Okay. Okay. Y'all. I hope y'all wrote that down. Hope y'all wrote that
Yes.
down. And if not, go to bigbencares.org.
Yes. Yes.
Information.
Perfect. Yes.
So, Matthias, for those who may be new to the podcast, who may not have seen some of the previous episodes, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and go check out our
Yes.
episodes. Get the people some information about Neighborhood Medical Center. What is Neighborhood Medical Center?
Yes.
You're on mute.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be on mute. Um, okay, so Neighborhood Medical Center is a nonprofit 501c3, and we're also a FQHC, a federally qualified healthcare center. We have several different locations here in Leon County. We have one at 438 West Brevard Street inside the Lincoln Center. We have another one at 2295 Pasco Street inside the Smith Williams Service Center. We also have another one at 872 West Orange Avenue inside the Richardson Lewis Health Department. We also have another one at 3013 Jim Lee Road inside the Ricketts High School. Then we have a new location that's coming up on the south side off South Monroe. I'm not quite sure the address. It's our new building right next to the, what is it, Take Five now, across
Yeah,
from A's
Take
Tires.
Five used to be the Super Lube behind Lindy's Fried Chicken.
We right there in that old Hancock Bank. I don't have the address just yet, but we can get it for you. Then we have another location at our 604 East Fifth Avenue in the Cecil V. Butler building in Havana, Florida. So we're everywhere. We're here to make sure that we can get you all the care that you need because we're right around the corner. So
Right.
we make sure we bring you health care and it's right around your corner. So we want you to understand that we're here. Things could be free. We have different programs, different things. You bring us proof of income, proof of residency, proof of identification. Everything could be free or $5, depending on what it could be, as far as where you fall on the scale and what funding we do have available. So it's important for that. So we do everything from primary care, mental health, dentistry, OBGYN, GYN services, pediatrics. We have HIV. We have infectious disease. We have diabetes educators. We have, I mean, anything that you can imagine a regular doctor's office do, we do for people with insurance, without insurance, and people who are uninsured and underinsured. So we're here. So that's neighborhood in a nutshell. We've been around for over 40 something years. We have great staff here. We have great um, communication skills. We have great staff. The stuff is going great. It's great. Everything. Providers are wonderful. Management is wonderful. We have the best CEO in the world, Ms. Janae Freeman. So I mean, everybody just needs to come on out. The management team is great. The providers are great. The staff is great. And guess what? The best part is our patients are the best patients in the world. So y'all just come out and see Neighborhood Medical Center. And that's us in a nutshell.
Right. And my eyebrows are great. So that's all that matters. So that's how
Your
you
eyebrows are great. Just
hey,
because you got it up here,
I gotta throw
don't
something
mean
in here. I gotta throw something in here. Y'all in here talking about all the great stuff. My eyebrows, I
your
woke up
eyebrows
and
are the
they were
greatest in
great.
the
All
world.
right.
So your
So
eyebrows are the greatest.
so the thing that ties us together is our involvement in HIV prevention within the Big Bend area. And the Big Bend area, for those who don't know, is an 8 county area in the North Florida area. And Tallahassee is basically like the central hub of it. It's like, I call it the New York of the Big Bend area, even though it's not nowhere near New York. But if you saw how small the towns were, you would get what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But we serve these 8 counties and we do it as a community. So our theme this year for the AIDS Walk is we are one community because we literally are one community. If 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 you're out in the community here in Tallahassee and you work and you know the agencies and the people who collaborate on a regular basis. And Big Bend Cares, Bond Community Health Center, Neighborhood Medical Center are 3 agencies who continuously collaborate, especially when it comes to HIV/AIDS prevention. Matthias and I, we're on 12 years, going on 13 years doing this, and we've been collaborating the whole time we've been here. So that's the tie that binds us together as far as agencies outside of just providing primary care is our Ryan White programs.
Hmm.
So this year's 2020 Tallahassee AIDS Walk. Matthias, can you give people an idea of what the AIDS Walk is like based off of last year's AIDS Walk?
Well, it's one of the best events we got here in Tallahassee. It's not as well pubbed as everything else is, but it's a great event. It's where you come out, you get to learn information because Joe and I are very big on making sure we bring information and education to the community as well as to other providers. Because guess what? It's just you might not know, and we're here to make sure we keep you in the know. So with the AIDS Walk, we're going to be at Railroad Square. We're going to walk around Railroad Square. Guess what? There's no drive-through traffic, so you ain't got to worry about it. You can drive through. You can walk slow. You can run. If you want to run. If you want to walk, you can walk. We can be spaced out. You be 6 feet apart if you want to be 6 feet apart. Make sure we have a mask on, though. That's the only difference. We're going to wear that mask. Hold on.
Oh wait.
That mask on.
We're going to keep that mask on, okay? Then, oh, my earbud came out. Okay. Then we're gonna after we walk around, we're gonna have some people out there. We're gonna get some great information from different agencies. We have great sponsors this year. We have people, so don't really Joe.
You gotta let them know we protected.
Lord Jesus. So I don't want to forget any sponsors. So when I start naming people, I want y'all to charge it to my head, not my heart, okay? Because I don't have every sponsor listed, but I know like some of the people that'll be out there will be, of course, CarePoint, Big Ben Cares, Bond Community Health Center, Neighborhood Medical Center.
Yes.
Um, we also have Current Health. We also have Mail Meds. We also have Gilead,
Yes.
Janssen Pharmaceuticals. We have
Okay, so I got the list. Okay,
okay,
so
okay. I'll let Joe go into that. So I don't want anybody to feel left out because that's not my heart
Right.
and where it is. So once we
Right.
get out there, we'll have some great education out there. There'll be vendor tables set up. You can go through and find out more information about these programs and things what they offer. A lot of them offer great free programs that you just need to make sure that you can get the information and get to.
Right.
So there's ways and things that you can learn, grow from, and they're gonna have some great giveaways too. They always have great, unique stuff. So just come check us out, and that'll be it. It'll be in, out. We'll get out there. We'll get your information. We're gonna walk because we're here to fight for people who have passed on
Mhm.
and remember their legacy, as well as people who are in the new, who are contracting it now. We're also bringing prevention and education. But it is also a remembrance tool that we're able to use to utilize this because people who have passed on from this helped us pave the way to get where we're at today with the new advancements in treatment and education. So we always, always, always want to remember those people because without them, we wouldn't be where we're at today. And
Mhm.
so that's our big thing is making sure we pay homage to the ones who have went before us and the people who are going through it now. And
Mhm.
also we need to make sure we have these advocates because you're going to see a lot of advocates out there. We used to be a little small little group. Now we done grown. Last year was about 300 and something people. So don't let that scare you. We all healthcare professionals. We all in the thing together. We're going to be safe. We're going to keep it safe and separated. But we really want you to understand that we're here to make sure we make enough noise that people know that we're here fighting for HIV and advancements. And if you do have HIV and you don't have the support system, you can find it at any one of these agencies that's going to be out there, from
Right.
CarePoint to Bond to Neighborhood to any of the other agencies that'll be out there. I think TMH is out there.
Yeah.
So there's
So
different people that's going to be there that can help you, and we can make your support system.
we're gonna list the agencies, but I wanna flip to Vanity real quick.
Okay.
So from your perspective, Vanity, because you came in at a time where we had already may have had one or two meetings,
Mhm.
and you coming into Big Ben Cares, and so from the time you came in and it was introduced, hey, we're doing this AIDS walk to now, kind of give people your perspective on the AIDS walk and why it's a great event from your perspective, even though you may not have physically attended the AIDS walk.
I think it's important to connect with the willing. I like working with the willing. I like working with people alongside people that truly want to make a difference and being empathetic towards those, although they may not be affected, they can still support in different ways. Um, I just believe like one of the reasons I actually have a cousin of mine. He passed away in a hospital due to AIDS. Not the hospital, in prison. He was in prison, and he had AIDS. And I remember at a young age, like questioning like, what is AIDS? Like, what is that? Like HIV. So it's just like from a young age, like that really affected me because although I wasn't as close to my cousin, like he was writing my mom and stuff. So I was, like he knew me and stuff, but that really affected me because it was the first time in my life where I was just like, wow, people can at a young age. I was like, people can pass away from something no matter how much treatment they'd have, no matter how much. I just kept asking about, like, how can that happen? I didn't understand. It wasn't cancer. It wasn't like, at a young age, I'm like, what is this? So it really just provided me insight about how being empathetic and really taking care and knowing your status is really important. So I think that anything that involves a community where it's bigger than one person and it's about a collective, it's really great just to have genuine support. It's good to have people that care. And just having people care is so major because there's so many people that don't care in life. So I'm grateful, just to be around people that do care.
So when Stephanie first came, and shout out to Stephanie Schwartz, she's one of the main
Yes.
contributors to make
Yeah.
Yes.
AIDS Walk
Yes,
happen.
I
So we
agree.
definitely have to
Yes.
give our kudos and our credit to Miss Stephanie Schwartz of Big Ben Kids because
Yes.
she's doing a lot behind the scenes.
Yes,
She
she
don't
is.
she don't want to be seen, but
I know. I
we
wanted her
see
on
you.
here too. I wanted her on here
She
too. She
try to
was like,
push
go
it through.
ahead.
But Miss
Right.
Stephanie, she's one of those ones that does the work and does the hard work and wants to sit
She don't
behind the
care about the
scenes.
limelight. She
She
don't
don't
care
care
about
about the limelight, and that's what
That's
makes
so
her such a
real.
great person.
It
Because a lot of
is.
times people get into these fields and they They want only about the lights, the glitz, the glam, but they
Yeah.
don't ever want the hard to sing. Like most people who are in this field, you come to find out they don't want the limelight. They don't want that. They just want to get the work done. I don't
Right.
care if I'm on TV. I don't care if you recognize me for whatever it is. As long as I can help the patients and stuff like that, the recognition comes. It's great to hear, but that's not what we're doing it for. If we get recognized or something like that, that's fine. But we
Yes.
mostly want to make sure we help the clients in the community itself.
Right. So Vanity, when Stephanie first approached you with the concept and everything, the plans for the AIDS Walk, what were some of
Mhm.
the thoughts going through your mind, or some of the ideas you were looking to form, knowing that she was throwing this at you to come, hey, be a part of this and make this come alive?
Well, that's the nonprofit way. Nonprofit would be a nonprofit without throwing you some stuff. You're like, okay, I'm rolling. Every day is different. So honestly, it's just about rocking and rolling. And I think that, yeah, Stephanie definitely has taught me a number of things when it comes to event organizing, and that's something that I'm really passionate about myself. And I love learning. I love knowing. I'm learning so much more about Tallahassee too as this event is developing as well. Knowing who's who. Like it's so interesting. Humans are so interesting. But no, I really can say that being organized, Stephanie is very organized with everyone else in the team, and I'm grateful that we meet every week. Um, every week just to meet with the committee, with neighborhood medical, and with the bond community and us, So I'm really grateful that there's that really healthy. It's really good to have healthy communication and healthy connections. So with that being said, I would say it was really exciting. Like I've never, I participated and volunteered and done work with AIDS Delaware in Delaware. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but it was more on the event coordination side when it came to working with the teens and working with prevention and yeah. So it was my first time actually participating behind the scenes in a walk. This time. So this time around, it's really exciting. It's really exciting. I think it's really good just to like the momentum before the event is just as exciting as just like, hey, like now more people are going to notice like all of our organizations working together. So I really think about that too, the impact even after the event, during the event, and then before. So
Right, right, right.
yes.
And we have a AIDS Walk commercial that's out. It's on our
Yes.
Medical Center YouTube channel. It's on our Neighborhood Medical Center Facebook page.
Shout out to
So
Joe.
it's on the Big Ben
Yes.
Cast pages as well. It's on the Instagrams. So make
Yes.
sure you go to Big Ben. Go first of all, go to Instagram right now, and right now, go to
Right
Instagram,
now.
Right now.
subscribe to Neighborhood Medical Center.
Yes.
Follow
I
Neighborhood
can't. I'm
Medical
already
Center. Follow
subscribed.
Big Ben Cast. Follow Bond Community Health Center. Follow all three on Instagram right now.
Right now.
All right now. Don't make me come after you now. All right. So also go subscribe to the Neighborhood Medical Center YouTube channel right now.
Yes.
Right now. Does Big Ben Cares have a YouTube channel?
Not yet.
Okay. Follow Big
Mhm.
Ben Cares on Facebook.
Yes.
And Instagram, right? Y'all have a Facebook
Yeah,
and
Instagram
Instagram.
and Facebook.
Instagram and Twitter. Yes.
Oh, they're on Twitter.
And Twitter.
Okay.
Yes.
Follow Bond on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever they at. Follow Bond as well, and make sure you subscribe and follow Neighborhood Medical Center. When
Yes.
you with you guys following us, that allows you to stay abreast on the different activities and different events that we have going on. We
Yes.
we the way this works is whenever we get the opportunity, whenever we can get our events coordinated, we go ahead and we make them happen. And we use social media to blast the information out. So
Yes.
it's important for all of you guys to follow us, like us, subscribe to all these things, so you have access to this information, this free information that we give. All right. So the AIDS Walk, last year, so kind of give you guys an idea. So last year, like Mattia said, we walked around twice. We walked around the Tallahassee Art Park twice, the Railroad Square Art Park twice. Then we had guess you could say a program put together. And so we do the same thing this year. And I give you what we did last year, and I give you an idea of the program this year. So last year we had 5 speakers from the community who are HIV positive, who didn't mind their status, the public knowing their status.
Mm-hmm.
they were our guest speakers, and they gave their story, they gave information,
That's
uh,
major. That's major.
and they gave it in a way where it was practical, it made sense, it was from the heart, and it touched you, right?
Mhm.
Because real people telling real stories and debunking all the myths that people may have about HIV, why somebody may have contracted HIV, uh, why somebody may be living with AIDS after contracting HIV, things being debunked. Because when life happens, right? And so it's easy. A lot of times people come from a place of solitude or comfort or whatever, and they're in their safe space, and they say, "Well, I never do this, I never do that," or they're looking down on someone. But
Mm.
when life happens, sometimes life happens. So these people who were able to overcome the things that happen in their life, and they have grown, and they're stronger for it, and they're telling their stories, and that was a very, very, very powerful piece of our program last year. And we had all the different agencies be able to give information about the agencies, and then we danced and we danced and we danced and we danced till we couldn't dance no more with music courtesy of the INJ Express.
The
Yeah.
baddest DJs in the city. If y'all don't know
Hey.
the
DJ
Express,
Big Boy
I don't
Swag.
know what to tell y'all, but they will be there. It consists of Mr. Joseph Ward and our IT person, Mr. Ian Costello. They're
aka
gonna be on the
DJ Big Boy
ones and
Swag.
the twos. They're gonna tear down the house at the brew house, and we're gonna have a great time.
Yep,
You're gonna hear the
yep,
music all the way through campus, so it's gonna bring you right to the event.
Yeah.
So
yep,
make sure we gotta give a shout out to the INJ Express because you know what I'm saying? They make it happen for us. They do all our local events for neighborhood medical centers. So booking information can come in. We'll put it in the bottom so y'all can book them. They're great. They're easy to work with. Hey.
yep,
Yay.
yep,
That's
yep,
so
yep,
good. INJ Express.
yep,
Mhm.
yep.
We
Thank
So
do.
you.
They do bar mitzvahs, weddings,
I
baby
love
showers,
it. No,
community
that's
events.
so major. INJ Express. I love that. I
hey,
love that.
tell them to
I
jump
can't
on.
wait. I can't wait till Thursday.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So this year we're gonna have the
Let's
walk,
send it on camera.
Okay.
and then
I don't know.
Mr. Michael Alonso
We
of
gonna.
Gilead is going to do a small presentation, but he's going to show videos about one of the medicines that they use for the patients.
Okay.
So that's going to be a part of it. And then we're going to have a sit down with Mr. and Mrs. Robert and Geraldine Ward. They have a book that is titled For Better or For Worse. Matter of fact, the interview is right here on this podcast channel. So
Mhm.
if you subscribe, you get to see the interview. It's a great interview. They get to tell their story of living with HIV, how they contracted HIV, how it affected their relationship, how they had to
Mm.
rebuild their relationship, and where they are now in life. Very great story, very inspiring story. So it has all the elements of a great story that you would need, but it's a real life story and it's real people. And so um, they've agreed to be our guest. So we will sit down and have a conversation with them. And from there, we're gonna dance and we're gonna dance and we're gonna dance and we're gonna be at the Craft House in Railroad Square. So come out to the Craft House. Shout out to the Craft House for allowing us to be there. Shout out to Railroad Square for allowing us to be there. And we're gonna have fun. Once again, music by the INJ Express. But these three faces, get used to these faces because these are some of the faces, along with Mr. Darnell Durden. These are the faces that you're going to see that are going to be hosting and facilitating the events. So we want to make sure that we let everybody know. Scream from the mountaintops. Thursday, September 16th, 6:30 p.m. at the Railroad Square Art Park District. We in there, AIDS Walk. Come on out, bring your friends, bring your dogs. You can, if you go to bigbencares.org right now, you can still register for the walk as well.
Yes.
And it's pet friendly, it's children friendly. It's a great community event. At least, you know, get the kids out there so we can start talking and educating to the children about the different things that they could possibly face in life. So it's a
Right.
great thing. And Joe, like you said, it's powerful. I always enjoy when I hear people tell their stories. For some reason, it just lights a fire inside of me that just makes me want to do what I want to do, what I do best. And it's just like educate because there's so many different ways. People think that,
Yeah.
oh, they don't have anything, or they can't do this, or you know what I'm saying, just it won't affect them. And it just tells you, when you hear the people's stories, everybody didn't get it from having sexual relations. Everybody wasn't a drug addict. Everybody wasn't gay. Everybody wasn't this. It affects everybody in some form, same or fashion. So it's just really powerful how you hear the different way people get this virus. and
Yes.
and that's what I enjoy about it, is because it's not saying that one entity or one race, one color, one sex, one gender, one generation. It's everybody gets affected by it. So that's
Yeah.
one thing that I really enjoy about those speakers. It lets us know that it's real and it can happen to any one of us.
Yeah, and another thing, it gives us an opportunity to educate and be educated as well. Like Mattia stated earlier, we like to have fun, but we signed up to help prevent the spread of HIV/AIDS. We didn't sign up to have fun. So now we understand having fun is part of the strategy, but we didn't sign up to have fun. We signed up to prevent HIV/AIDS. So we're going to make sure that's the core of what we do. So that's why we're big on making sure information gets across. Somebody's going to learn something at our events. So that's one of the things that's going to happen. So with Mr. Mike Alonso, as I stated earlier, giving information about one of the medicines that is used for the patients, we get a chance to understand the medicines better. When we understand the medicines better, we get to communicate it to our patients better, because the patients are going to ask questions. Well, what does this do?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I take this? And if I'm sitting there fumbling through my information, it's not good. And
Mm-hmm.
so also as a community, it allows you to become more familiar with the different medicines that certain people may be taking if they have HIV/AIDS, especially working as an advocate for the prevention of HIV/AIDS. It helps to be as knowledgeable as possible in events like this, like the Tallahassee AIDS Walk, September 16th, 6:30 p.m., Railroad Square. Just like that, these events help you learn more as well, and it helps us become more of a close-knit community, working together, network more together, and further go out and prevent HIV/AIDS in our community. So yeah. So Vanity, being that you said you experienced someone in your family who passed from HIV/AIDS, what message or what information would you give to our audience to get them to better understand what HIV is and understand why it's a need for the prevention of it?
Okay, I'm thinking. So I would say that a lot of times we don't have enough compassion as humans, you know? And so I really want to open up people in their heart to really have compassion for others. And just like Matea said, there isn't one way to contract this virus. Am I saying it correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there isn't one way to contract, this virus. And I really wish that people were more open-minded and willing to learn things and unlearn things that they have heard about this, HIV and all of its effects and everything. So it's just really about, yeah, having compassion, being loving, being kind. It could really happen to anyone, and I don't think people really understand that. um I don't think people really understand that, and not enough people are getting tested. um I can even say for myself, like, I remember getting tested sometimes and I was like, shit, I don't know what's going to happen. Like,
Mm-hmm.
anything can happen. So it's just like, by the grace of God, I'm grateful. But it's just like, you can get that one time where it's just like, boom, dada boom.
Right.
So I really wish that people were much more open minded, and having events like this definitely spreads awareness towards that. And I think that it's really touching that you guys have real life examples of people that are living the lifestyle of living with this virus full time. Like, it's not like, so I think that's a really beautiful thing, that they're willing to be open minded and open to share their story. So um but yeah, I really wish people would be like, just more kind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, Matthias, what would you like people to know, or what myths would you like to debunk about HIV
Mm.
as we go into this AIDS Walk week?
Well, one myth that I want to really, get out there is it's not the death sentence.
Mm.
It's not. Like before, when you heard people say, "Oh, you got HIV, you have AIDS, you're gonna die,"
Mm.
and I think Joe, me and you talked about this before with Ian, just about the different movies and things like that's on TV. They show the rough stages of it. It's not always like that for everybody. What might happen to me might not happen to Joe, might not happen to Miss Vanity. So
Mm.
it just depends. But there's so many more advancements, and they got a great new drug out there. And I'm always pushing drugs, and sometimes might not sound bad. It sound bad, but it's not because guess what? That medication adherence piece is what keeps you healthy.
Yeah,
And that's what we want people to understand and just know that, yeah, I kind of might sound a little pushy, but it's more like making sure we stay on these meds because these meds are going to keep you healthy. They're going to
Mm.
keep you there. So don't be afraid of them. We even got a new med out there that's an injectable
Mm.
that you can
yeah,
get once a month. And
yeah,
so it's a different process of getting that. So the advancements are growing. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my main things, but you can't get it from touching somebody. I want to get that out there. Just because somebody gave you a hug or a kiss on the cheek
Yeah.
does not mean you're going to automatically get HIV. You know what I'm saying? And if you use the same, they don't have to use plastic silverware and forks at your house. You can wash the regular stuff. It's not that. We want to make sure that we can destigmatize this disease because that's what keeps a lot of people out of care. That's what keeps a lot of people from growing and saying, I don't want to be in care because what are people going to say about me? And believe it or not, I have seen from different places I have been where people that are here to help you are the ones that are pushing you back because of attitudes, because of
Oh, yeah.
their personal beliefs. They're not always into what about helping people. And that's why I always tell people nursing and healthcare is not about a paycheck. It's not about anything. It's about that do you really care? I always go for do you do this job because you care or are you just getting a check? Because at the end of the day, you have these people's lives in your hands.
yeah, yeah,
So the myth is like, what I'm saying, we're trying to break those barriers and it's harder for the people who are really out there, who are out there trying to break these steps down like neighborhood, Big Ben Cares and Bond. We're trying to break these steps down, trying to make the community a healthier place. And that's where it comes with teamwork. Like we are one community. Because trust me, we call on Bond, we call on Big Ben Cares Care Point, they call on us. It goes back and forth. So it's just breaking down those stigmas and saying, what I'm saying, we're here to care. And what I'm saying, medication is treatment. So, what I'm saying, we want people to know it's okay. And what I'm saying, I understand you don't want to take pills, but we got new options now. But you got to get to certain things and meet certain criteria in order for you to get to those options. But it starts with taking that medication.
yeah,
So that's my main thing. It's just, what I'm saying, make sure you come in and as soon as you find out, let's get you into care because the sooner we get it and we can take care of it, that's what I'm saying, one of the biggest myths is I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not going to say I have anything and it's going to go away.
right,
Mm-mm.
And
right,
it's not. So just come in, see us at any one of our locations. Come see Neighborhood, come see Bond, come see CarePoint, Big Ben Cares, and I promise you, we'll walk you right through the steps and hold your hand all the way through. But
right.
that's my main myth is just making sure, what I'm saying, people, do what they're supposed to do and that we're not going to shun you or turn you away.
Yeah, I want to say I, I understand that COVID is out here just showing its behind. We
Mm-hmm.
understand that, but it's still important to take care of ourselves when it comes to the prevention of HIV/AIDS. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I'm saying that is all of our agencies have seen a great reduction in the number of people getting tested.
Mm-hmm.
Number of opportunities to test have been reduced because of COVID as well. But HIV, but the number of people who are contracting HIV is not necessarily dipping. Now I don't have the stats in front of me right now, so I'm not going to quote any stats. But what I will say is we've seen a number of people come in since March of last year who've contracted HIV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still very real out here. We just a couple months ago, a spike in syphilis here in Leon County.
Mm-hmm.
We know we know for the past 6 or 7 years, Tallahassee, the Leon County area has led the state of Florida in chlamydia cases, gonorrhea cases, and for the last 2 or 3 years, led the state of Florida in syphilis cases. So we do
Mm-hmm.
know that we do know those statistics on that. But We understand how much of a priority COVID is taking because of what it's doing to people's health.
Mm.
But we still encourage people to go get tested. Whenever a testing opportunity is available for HIV, go get tested for HIV or create the opportunities. Do not neglect your sexual health because COVID is out here.
Mm-hmm.
Neglecting your sexual health could potentially open you up to contracting an STD, which is something that will be another comorbidity when it comes to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be as healthy as possible, but we also have to be realistic and know that real life hasn't stopped. Real life has been altered a bit, but it hasn't stopped. People are still having sex. That's why we all have the jokes about the COVID babies. Why? Because people are having sex. So with that being said, my message is let's not put our sexual health on the back burner. Let's make sure we are protecting ourselves, but let's make sure we're getting tested. We're going to the doctor. We're doing everything we need because if we continue to put our sexual health on the back burner, we're going to see a rise in numbers that we haven't seen in a while, and that won't be good in the middle of a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And so
That's
go to
a
big,
good point,
right?
Joe.
And go to bigbcares.org to register for Tallahassee AIDS Walk. So,
And also, we want you to understand. Guess what? Get to the AIDS walk. You ain't got no reason to say no because they'll be doing free HIV testing.
yep,
Guess
Mm.
what? You ain't got that vaccine. We gonna be
we got
giving
that
out free
vaccine on
vaccines.
site.
It's gonna
On
be
site.
Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson and Johnson.
Yep,
Mm.
So
on
there ain't
site.
no excuse. You come on, it's free. We gonna
Yes.
come. We gonna have a good time. Guess what? You might as well get your vaccination. You might
Hey,
as well go ahead and get the HIV test.
get
Guess
that
what? That 15 minutes might save your life.
straight up. And so our sponsors. So we want to thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because you guys are allowing us to make this Tallahassee AIDS Walk happen. So Capital Health Plan, Symphony
Ooh,
Healthcare, Clay Health Alliance,
yeah.
Second Harvest of the Big Bend, Mail Meds, the Black Treatment Advocates Network, FAMU Health, Sheriff Walt McNeil, Current Health, Barnett, Franzak, Barlow, and Schuler Architects, Jensen Scientific, Acadian Builders, Happy Motoring, TMH, Spotlight Real Estate, and Gilead. So those are our sponsors so far. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Shout out to all of our sponsors who are helping us put this AIDS Walk on. Remember, www.bigbigcares.org. You can still register for the walk and be a part of the walk. Uh, what is it about? What is it? $20?
It's $20, and I think it comes with a T-shirt.
Yep, $20
While
for a
supplies
nice
last.
t-shirt.
Yeah, so it's 25 to register on the day of, and then shirts are $10. That's if we
Uh-huh.
have some extra.
But
Right,
guess what? And also, if y'all out there, we know you're out there. We listening to you. We see you, and you just might be, feeling generous or whatever you want to donate. We still take donations. You might not be able to be on our shirt, but we definitely will take a sponsorship at this late game in the thing. It's still not too late to,
right,
because guess what? These proceeds go back to neighborhood. It goes back to Big Ben Cares, and it goes back to bonds, so we can split this money and help people who got no insurance, who ain't got
right,
nowhere else to go, get the things that they need, such as dental care, such as an x-ray, such as medication, such as different things that they need to keep them healthy and living, a normal life. So if you feeling any type of generosity or anything, we take it. Guess what? We gonna be there with. We take plastic. We take, I don't know if we take Cash App cards. I can see it run like a credit card. The Square gonna make
you
it
do.
work. So, so then we gonna take
Just
Cash
regular
App cards.
cash app.
We
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 do
gonna
that.
take that. We can take cash out. We can take, cash, check, money orders. We ain't gonna turn nothing away because this right here helps us stay funded and keep us in the loop of helping us bring great A1 care to guess what? The community right here in Area 2B, especially Leon County, Gadsden, Wakulla, Taylor, Franklin, Madison, Jefferson. Did I forget somebody?
Uh, you probably did, but it's 8 counties. Just know
eight
that.
eight of us. You know what I'm saying? So we all here. It helps us bring those food bags because guess what? We in a food desert. People hungry, and
Mm.
don't know where to ask for. But the more money we raise, the more we can provide these services to the community. So we really want you guys to really understand. Open up that wallet and checkbook. Come on and help
Yeah,
us out. We all
yeah,
nonprofit. We just trying to make it work so we can keep providing that grade A care to people who need.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, Vanity, how could people get in contact with you, and how can people learn more about Big Ben Cares?
Well, you already stated the social media for Big Ben Cares. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, Big Ben Cares. My email address is vsanders at bigbencares.org. But yeah, just hit up. If you hit up any of the organizations like Bond or Neighborhood Medical Center or Big Ben Cares, like we're definitely willing to help. So just hit us up.
Yep, yep. Matthias, how can people get in contact with you and Neighborhood Medical Center?
Well, you know to go to www.neighborhoodmedicalcenter.org. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Guess what? I'm even finna drop my cell number for you. Eight five
Oh,
zero 688 0914. So y'all can call me on that. I answer it 90%, 20,
He,
after
he,
hours,
he
I'm
gonna
still gonna
answer.
answer it. I'm
Even
gonna
when he
be
not
there.
supposed to, he gonna answer.
I get in trouble all the time. I told you I'm trying to work on that home work life balance thing. But my heart is in it. So if you need help,
mhm.
we're here to help you. So again, my phone number is 850-688-0914. Or you can hit me in the email, msweet at neighborhoodmedicalcenter.org. Again, that's MSWEET at neighborhoodmedicalcenter.org. So just hit us up. We're here. We want to help. There's no dumb question. There's no nothing. We're not going to be like, hey, don't call me, don't do this. Just reach out to us and we're here to help. That's all I can do. Again, my phone number is 850-688-0914.
Yep, like the Mike Jones song.
Yeah, Mike Jones.
So, J Ward at neighborhoodmedicalcenter.org is how you can email me, especially for any event inquiries. So, anybody looking to do any outreach with neighborhood or would like neighborhood to do any outreach or learn more about the AIDS Walk or any other activities, make sure you email me at jward at neighborhoodmedicalcenter.org. I guess I got to give my phone number too. Well, my phone number is already out there on the wire. It's on all these flyers. So
Mine
850
too.
567-3322. Once again, that's 850-567-3322. Hit me up. We'll do what we can to help to make sure that you know more, or you know what you need to know. You get the information you need to get, or you get the help that you need to get. But before we close this thing on now, I just want to put this in y'all face one more time so you can see we ain't playing about promoting this AIDS work. All right. So
Hey, Joe,
as
we
you can
didn't
see,
talk about our event though.
oh yeah, that's right. The
The celebrity
celebrity bartender.
bartending event that these people missed
Celebrity.
because it was great. We had a
So
good time.
yes. So on Wednesday, September 8th was the celebrity bartending event at Happy Motoring. Shout out to Happy Motoring.
Yes.
Yes.
Um, um, and shout out to the staff of Happy Motoring for welcoming us and being very, very, very gracious, kind, patient, and helping our celebrity guest bartenders be successful at bartending. So
And we got to give a special shout out to those celebrity bartenders because
yes,
they came in there and had no complaints. Now, I
right.
don't
Mm-mm.
think any of them knew how to bartend, but we made it work and they had a great time. It was fun. So, thank you to Mr. Mark Leonard from Neighborhood Medical Center, our CIO, and Mr.
I want
Dan.
Dan
Dan
Taylor.
Taylor.
Dan
I,
Taylor.
Taylor
I
Yes.
want.
for,
I'm watching Sports Center talking about Dan Patrick. It's Dan Taylor. That's that.
Dan Taylor for coming out and being our celebrity bartenders. It was
Yes.
great, guys. We really enjoyed you, and we really can't thank you enough for taking the time out your day to really help make this, fundraiser a great success. So we
Yeah.
really thank you guys.
And because this event usually this is the event that Dan Taylor hosts on a yearly basis.
Yes.
Hmm.
And because of COVID, of course, he had to make some changes, but he decided to make this event part of our fundraising for the AIDS Walk. So thank you very much, Mr. Dan Taylor, for allowing us to be a part of your event, including us, and helping
Yeah.
us be able to raise more money for this AIDS Walk. So thank you once again. Thank
Yeah.
you, Mr. Mark Leonard, for being the other celebrity bartender. Thank you to the staff at Happy Motoring. Thank you to Happy Motoring, the Happy Motoring family, the
Yeah.
community, Tallahassee community, everybody who came out because the celebrity bartending event was a success. Uh, Vanity, what did you do? Tell us your experience at the celebrity bartending event. How was it for you?
It was cool. Celebrity bartending events are they're fun. You know, everybody's having a good time. The money's flowing in. So it's really great. Like once again, where people actually get, care. They actually, coming after work. People are everybody's going through stuff. So the fact that people take the time and energy to support something that's going to help someone else or personally affecting themselves, I feel like it's a really beautiful thing. So I felt like it was the perfect. It was good. It had just stopped raining. Because that day it was
Yes.
raining all day.
Yes.
So I'm really grateful that it still happened. And people still showed up. People still gave. So I'm really grateful.
Yes.
Hey
So,
Joe, can
yep.
you give them a little insight because we forgot one main thing about the walk.
What's that?
Who is going to be our guest walkers
Oh,
and our,
oh,
and
yeah.
our matriarchs and the
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah,
who
yeah,
are
yeah,
helping
yeah.
us? We forgot
See,
about them.
oh, yeah. So, okay. So we have co-host. We have guest host for this AIDS walk. And this year's guest host will be Mr. Jeremy Matlow
Hmm.
and Vache and the incredible Vache Aviance.
The one,
And
the
so,
only.
and so two incredible people in our community, two respected people in our community who will be our guest and our co-host who will actually lead the walk. And so thank you to Mr. Matlow. Thank you to Vache for agreeing to be a part of the event. And look, come out, come out, come out, come out, come out, come out, come out. Have fun with us. It's going to be a good time. Tallahassee AIDS Walk, September 16th, 6:30. Tallahassee Art District, Railroad Square. It's
Yes.
going down.
It's going down.
And I
Look,
might even do a dance.
they got to beat us there, Joe. They need to beat us
Gotta
there.
beat us down. Gotta beat us down. We're gonna have
Yes.
a rap freestyle contest if you show up and you sign your name up for a freestyle contest. The winner will get a bag of fruit. So make sure
A
y'all be
bag of fruit.
gotta
Lord,
be healthy.
we
Gotta be
got to be
healthy.
healthy. Okay, okay. I see that there. I see that.
So with that being said, we got to go back to work because just because it's Friday don't mean nothing. We got to go back to work. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Vanity.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Miss Vanity.
Thank
And
you.
y'all get used to that face because she's in our community and she's doing her thing and you're gonna see her on this podcast again. So it's Vanity Sanders. And of course you know him, Mr. Matthias Sweet. And I am
Absolutely.
Joseph Moore, and this is Mind Your Body and Soul, the educational podcast that focuses on all things health related to help our listeners learn more about the various health topics and inform and information they may not have access to. We seek to inform, empower, uplift, and mobilize our listeners to become the healthiest versions of themselves. Remember, this is Monday, so that's why you're getting this on Monday instead of Wednesday, so we can promote the whole week for the AIDS Walk. But we're also on Anchor, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, as well as this YouTube channel. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So with that being said, two fingers in the air, because we up out of here.
Hey.